Live from Accra, Ghana, this is Kofi Asante Mensah with Pulse of the Week here on NSG News. Thank you so much for joining us for today's edition of Pulse of the Week. The big story is the delivery of the State of the Nation's address today in the August House of Parliament. I'm here to bring you a wrap of what happened this week and give you the best of information, education, and a piece of entertainment tonight. We are big on State of the Nation's address as delivered by John Dramani Mahama. We would also be talking about some very, very important issues that happened this week, like the Makola #2 protest over rent hikes. We would also talk about the sea robbery, where 71 fishermen have been rescued after some terrifying attack on the sea. We have stories relating to the DVLA and also Nana Agrada to be released on March 3 after sentence cut. We also have some few updates for you by way of by-election relating to Ayawaso East constituency by-elections. And in no time, Ghana will be chalking some 69 years by way of independence. The PURC and the ECG meters, a subject for today's discussion and review. When I return from this breather, I have my African proverb for you. You'll be glad to hear it. Please stay. Always a pleasure to have you. This is Kofi Asante Mensah on Pulse of the Week. Please do follow us on our many social media platforms on YouTube, NSG News GH. Also on Facebook, please follow us, NSG News, TikTok, NSG News, and also Instagram. Please just search for our name and like our page, share some few comments, and we'll be so happy to read it to the rest of the world. Let's take our African proverb, but before that, I say a state of the nation is not a praise song. It is a diagnosis, a confession, and a direction. You see, the people listen not with their ears alone, but they do so with their pockets and their feet. Because sometimes their feet are tired, and sometimes their pockets are dry. So they do not listen to the State of the Nation address with their ears alone. Now, let's go to African proverb for today. Welcome to the show one more time. A hunter is judged by the meat, not the story. I say it again. A hunter is judged by the meat, not the story. Thank you very much. And you would make a lot of meaning and sense from this piece of African proverb. I'm so glad to bring it to you every time. We'll begin from the markets because the Makola #2, they were on rampage demonstrating about hikes in some rent issues over there, and I have that story really here and an update for you on this very subject. This evening, the Makola #2 traders protest over exploitative rent charges, and traders at Makola #2 markets in the Greater Accra region have shut their shops in protest over what they describe as exploitative rent conditions and a 20% charge imposed on them after occupying the property. And this is said property owned by SONA for more than 30 years. They have been owning and doing that for more than 30 years. The demonstration, which began in the early hours of Thursday, yesterday, February 26, has disrupted trading activities in one of Accra's busiest commercial hubs. And you can see the videos on your screen right now. Some of them granted interview to media men, and we have that for you.
Market is not that busy. Sometimes you come, you think it's cemetery, and they are still increasing the rates. For what? Normally, they should even look how things are going. If the market is busy, that one they would not take it serious.
So first, no, omuti and ticket. Na eba say omuti ticket no bio. Ina omudi ba rent. Rent no say mosa to so from 9 million. I could say 50 million. Why? It's too much. And I say market association, they should sit down with them and then negotiate.
Rent no amunti suma san yan bilum ya single mothers. Iti who me yet wa who chef ya wa ya bibia wo ba so an to hwe iti ya kwa muchwa ya sada ya nsem omunti rent ni suma ye na asumdwe mbra.
It's affecting me. Now we are working for the MMC because when you work, you pay. We've never finished paying rent. All the time you pay rent. Excuses. Sometimes you pay, your balance has gone up. When you go, before there will be corrections. And they are using computers there. They tell you they are human. These mistakes has to come. But if you are not educated and if you don't see, you are going to pay. Now it is choking us. We can't. Most of the times they bring inflation has gone up. Inflation. This year they didn't bring inflation. They are telling us something else. Now they said government has given us 20% VAT and whatnot, which has increased. They have brought their increment, and the government whose increment is so it is choking.
I'm telling you, it is that bad, and this is our investment. We depend on this market to survive. We have family who depend on us. We have children we are taking care of. So if we don't make any income here, what are we doing? Then what we are selling, the little that we are making, you are trying to take it from us, sister. How does this work?
So if government doesn't intervene in this situation, what's the plan for you?
It is shocking. Let me tell you, Jem, we are being choked, though. Jem, I choke you. I choke you. Come about me. Hey, this is not a matter of politics, oh. It is the matter of being father for all. There are members here who are MPPs. There are members here who are NDCs. But it is not a matter of politics. We are being choked.
For you, some mentioned that when it rains, they have water rushing into their shops. You have face the same situation.
My sister, my problem is that they should make the market popular for us. Okay. What we need is the market to sell your products so that we will also get something from it. You are making business. You don't want to invest into the business, but yet you want to take income from it. How does this work? My sister, how does this work? Does it even make sense at all? If you are making business, you invest into it. Make sure you put in something big, something that will make the market attractive. Let people come and buy from us. And whatever money you throw on the table, we are willing to take and pay. But here is the people are leaving the market on a daily basis. There are lots of, the amount of shops here that have been closed is more than the ones we are opened. I'm telling you, you can even go around. It's already unfortunate that today we've all closed. You would have witnessed it for yourself. The market is totally closed. Everything is down. When you wake up in the morning and you come to the market, you can equally count the people who are passing through the market. I'm telling you, it is that bad.
I love that part. JM, Achoko. Let's do some more stories this evening because some 71 fishermen, they have been rescued by the Ghana Armed Force. And this is the story. The Ghana Armed Forces say 71 Ghanaian fishermen who were stranded at sea following an armed robbery off the coast of Gomoa, Nyanyano, Sinya Breku in the central region of the Republic of Ghana have been successfully rescued and brought safely ashore.
A wave of anxiety blew among relatives while rescue efforts were underway.
And around 12 o'clock now from me and down Adachi. Me many fee, maybe to say that way. So I may see what say a promoter, send them one abuse. But I 7 days, they say higher pa because the stage away and the ADD. On none and blame a quam with the share, so I also the Shanqualano. They say the ambulance street there, or may be confused.
A team comprising officers from the Navy, Marine Police, NADMO, and local folks successfully located the robbery victims and rescued them to shore. While 4 canoes, which carried 47 people, including 3 children, were brought to the Senya Breku landing beach, 3 others, which had 24 fishermen, were also rescued at Tema. The Central Regional Chairman of the Canoe Fishermen Owners Association, Maxwell Afo, says the affected fishermen and canoe owners will need governmental support to bounce back to business. He has also expressed concern about the seeming lack of adequate security for fishermen on Ghana's waters.
Police na Navy na tese ya wo wedi da me yamana yenye den yenwuna sa nti yesa ben se ombo ye ho ban e wo pono so because artisanal forces so yeso ye boa o man no.
Member of Parliament for Utusenya West, Gisela Teteyagbotui, has pledged support for the affected fisherfolk.
The output would cost about 35,000 cedis, which is quite huge for these fisherfolks. Are they going to see any intervention from your end or from government?
From government, yes, they will see that.
Okay.
I have that assurance for them.
In the meantime, government is providing free health care for the affected victims rescued here at Senya. Psychosocial support will also be offered to them according to Central Regional Minister Eduamwawa Chiriako. The minister has called for patrol activities by security.
The 7:30 no kofuna de about to share do. Tomba to share do na o se yin machine de yen for mom na ye gbogbo tun wo yin machine amona wan for mom a obechitun na o reka obrofo blocking English ni bi ena mi yi anu de mma so yen de won yi machine on for mom na on ko for mko nti wo yin machine mo no o dan won na shama kro so de wa ba yen che o ba yen che jun on so de wo ko no do kwaji on so de yen na ye sen ho but Yankupo Adam, Ebansa no, Yanya Chichi, Ofi Yavene, Yankupo, ya bumper there, want me to now ready, one from Bobia, and then had the Yankupo said, ya befi, Asunjum. Then I'm AK-47 4. But Autriana, the Odyssey, Uncle for a phone in Odyssey, Donna, Mamma said, Okutu, machine or the mom no more. Basano, but na yina had a yakumotu the Okada Bokum, Yapin, Yana Yakumut, but the Yankupas there are one for to Uncle behind it, and they are about Yana Yamoyon are a teacher there, and actually Nippon auto machine is a waja, young for more and no more, they are Bobo Busia, they are to be, they are Yajuma. Omaka say, able to move too much in Tamwa, Ombashitun. And you know, I'm pomu yina kwache nyamana kan. And yina yesro ya bofo kunu mo jina yina adunu aba no yina yawo so yentuma ya hwe obi yentuma ankasa ode ye din yina jina na ade no mo fa machine ode o mo de koye. No emi sid wo wo mbasa so du bi ntuma da. I say, Miss Anna, you mean to me to me, Nko. I know I'm a command, a minister, me in a member. Only a Nigeria for. Only a Nigeria for. No, I'm a cabroki. I'm a cabroki, Uncle. When I do couldn't there. The Minya or Chichu Monday. Bible says, be out to work, fast there, for me, and they made my can. But you're from Tavia. Oh, Medina, they may probably fear the from the condo. Cocoa condo. But they tell you when the Medina Tafuchi, no from.
Oh, my goodness. And that's why they have some powder on them, a sign of going to more or less between life and death. Going for a breather. I have a lot of stories for you. Something that has to do with the DVLA foreign licensing renewal. I have that story here for you. Also, Nana Grada is also a subject for this evening's stories. Ayawaso East is also here. 69th Independence Celebration. We are preparing for that. And the ECG and PURC issues are also here. Then the big one, State of the Nation's Address. Please stay. Hi there. What number is this? 3, right? All right. It's time for NSG News. Welcome. My name is Kofi Asante Mensah. And here at NSG News, you'll get serious documentary to watch, news, reviews, views, and what have you. Because we have Pulse of the Week and also exclusive on the hot seat. On NSG News, we say news with integrity.
Oh, no beginning. step into my new beginning. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday of darkness is gone. A whole new beginning. Yeah, 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 yeah. Get used to it. I've stepped into my new level. See me watching me flying on eagle's wing. A whole new beginning.
This is Pulse of the Week with your man Kofi Asante Mensah here on NSG News, News with Integrity, the future of Ghana's digital journalism. And this is Pulse of the Week. Let's do some more stories because the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, they are up in the news again. But the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has refuted viral reports that Ghanaian nationals living abroad can now register or renew their driving licenses through staff of the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority (DVLA) in countries such as the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, the Netherlands, and Germany. In a statement issued on Wednesday, February 26, 2026, the ministry clarified that no directive has been issued to Ghana's diplomatic missions abroad regarding such services. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs also reaffirmed its commitment to transparency and financial prudence in public service delivery. And the copy of the statement is right here. This very statement came in the wake of the DVLA boss indicating that they are going to have the diasporans register or get the renewal of their licenses at various embassies of Ghana or high commissions of the Republic of Ghana in somewhere like United States, Canada, Germany, and Netherlands and other places. But the Foreign Affairs Ministry, they have come to refute that claim. And we're watching closely how this would also end. Let's do some stories relating to self-acclaimed prophetess Nana Agrada, because you know it came up in the news that she has had some cut by way of her punishment given to her, or her prosecution as given to her. Patricia Esiedu Asamoah, or Esiama, widely known as Nana Agrada or Mama Part, is scheduled for release from prison on 3rd of March 2026 under Ghana's standard remission rules after serving 2/3 of her revised sentence. She began her custodial term on July 3, 2025, and will have her sentence reduced under the country's remission scheme, which allows eligible inmates to have up to 1/3 of their sentence remitted for good conduct. And you know that Nana Agrada was convicted on July 3, 2025 by an Accra High Court on multiple charges, including charlatan, advertisement, and defrauding by false pretense linked to her promotion of a so-called money doubling scheme at the services of her Heaven Way Champion International Ministry in Weja in Greater Accra region. The big one also in the news this evening has to do with some 4 days more. We'll be going for the Ayawaso East constituency by-election, and it is happening on the 3rd of March 2026. Well, Ayawaso, right? Okay, all right. Okay, so we are preparing for that. We'll be gauging the mood of voters at Ayawaso East constituency, and we'll be bringing that very by-election live to you on this very channel. Please stay with us, and don't forget, on let's say on the 7th we'll also be live here, especially on the 6th of March. We'll be live here to cover how Ghana will be spending its 69th independence anniversary, and will be here to serve you. Just watch this video.
Rahina Tahiru manages a washing bay in the central part of Tantra Hills in Accra. The business had been running smoothly until recently. Her business has now been plunged into difficulty due to frequent power fluctuations.
3 days,
3 days ago, the power went off here. And whenever that happens, we are unable to work. The workers also need money to buy food. The electricity keeps flickering.
Rahina too is not only dealing with unstable electricity supply, but is also contending with damage to equipment as a result of the persistent power flickering.
Yesterday, one of our machines got damaged because of the power problem. We need immediate intervention.
Just across the road is a neatly set up barber shop. In the last few days, the business has also been hit hard by the power challenges. Its owner, Prince Osei, says he is deeply concerned.
It has been going on for like 1 week now, and when it goes off like in the morning, it will come like 5. By that time, all the customers will be gone, so business will go down, and you won't get a lot of money at the end of the day.
For many residents, the power situation is unusual as the area has over the years enjoyed relatively stable electricity supply. Areas including Mile 7, Achimota, Tantra Hills and surrounding communities are all affected. According to residents, the situation is seriously disturbing daily life and business activities.
When I realized the power was flickering, I decided to switch off my fridge and TV set. But the items in the fridge had already spoiled.
When you come to the house, we store a lot of goods in the fridge and all that. So for 3 days now, our meat and then chicken got spoiled and all that, and it really costs us.
We use lights to do everything, and when the power goes off, no one comes here again, and it has slowed down our business.
They are therefore calling for urgent intervention to help keep their businesses afloat.
I want them to work on it for us. Yes, they should work on it for us because it is affecting our business.
I want them to do something quick about it because we depend on this. And if they slow down, we have nowhere, and we, the employee, we have nowhere to go.
For small business owners like Rahina and Prince, stable power is not just a convenience, but the lifeline for their livelihoods. As they wait for a solution, many hope the challenges will be addressed quickly before the impact on businesses becomes even more severe. For Joy News, Fatah Bayaga, Tantra Hills. Rahina Tahiru manages a washing bay in the central part of Tantra Hills in Accra. The business had been running smoothly until recently. Her business has now been plunged into difficulty due to frequent power fluctuations.
3 days,
3 days ago, the power went off here. And whenever that happens, we are unable to work. The workers also need money to buy food. The electricity keeps flickering.
Rahina too is not only dealing with unstable electricity supply, but is also contending with damage to equipment as a result of the persistent power flickering.
Yesterday, one of our machines got damaged because of the power problem. We need immediate intervention.
Just across the road is a neatly set up barber shop. In the last few days, the business has also been hit hard by the power challenges. Its owner, Prince Osei, says he is deeply concerned.
It has been going on for like 1 week now, and when it goes off like in the morning, it will come like 5. By that time, all the customers will be gone, so business will go down, and you won't get a lot of money at the end of the day.
For many residents, the power situation is unusual as the area has over the years enjoyed relatively stable electricity supply. Areas including Mile 7, Achimota, Tantra Hills and surrounding communities are all affected.
So that's the video I want you to watch. The Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, PURC, has issued a 48-hour ultimatum to the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, to resolve growing concerns surrounding its prepaid metering system. The directive follows an emergency meeting between the regulator and the power distributor after widespread complaints from consumers over the rapid depletion of prepaid electricity units. ECG, I want to talk to you plainly and clearly. NEDCO, I want to talk to you plainly. You see, whether you push it to your meters or whatever it is, we are not happy with what is happening. You buy credit and it depletes in few minutes. You have credit and your power would go off. We sleep in the heat after spending money to buy credit. We spend another money because of your incompetence to cure our sickness and our diseases. We contract heat rashes and other stuffs. What is this? We were promised that there will be no doomsday. At least you have gone around to change meters in this country. PURC, you are the regulator. It's already 24 hours. You have given them 48 hours. We expect you to speak immediately after the 48 hours elapses. PURC, we don't want politics. ECG, we don't want politics. We want efficiency. Because your boss says this is his legacy term. This is his legacy term. And he has been accused of John Mahama Ba Dum Sobeba. John Mahama Oba Dum Sobeba. Play the song.
Let's come on for a light. And the time I force will be your light. Your light. Easy for you, who you mob on a thing, I will say you're freaking and you're fine. And you're fine, and you're fine. And then I come to 7-4 off. And then I shall my bay at trough. The shaman, I want this week in the chin and one the cocoa say I won't die rough. So come on for a light. And the time I be your light. Your light, your light. Easy for you, who you mob on a thing, I will say you're freaking and you're fine. And you're fine, and you're fine. And then I come to 7.
Most say normal. Say most say normal and you're fine. PURC, please, we'll be waiting. ECG, don't disgrace John Mahama. Energy Ministry, please, let's get to work. Janapo, I know you are doing a lot over there. This metering issue, let's check it quick. All right, I want to enter into the State of the Nation's address, but I would like to reiterate my African proverb for today. And it says, the hunter is judged by the meat, not the story. The hunter is judged by the meat, not the story. Today, John Dramani Mahama, in satisfying the constitutional or had a constitutional mandate to appear before Parliament to present to the August House and the people of Ghana the State of the Nation address, which we popularly call SONA. He began generally by indicating why Africa must move from dependence to collective self-reliance. Very, very important. Africa as a continent, it is time for us to move from depending on foreign aid support and what have you to our collective self-reliance. He advised that we should own our health and security sector. The well-being of the people is the well-being of the nation. The security of the people is the security of the nation, of course. So let's protect ourselves. And no one country can be able to do that. These are some of the things John Mahama began by saying. He says, Africa must rise. We must be courageous to shape our own destiny. And that's in your short. You can see President John Dramani Mahama, his arrival, and he's been saluted over there. The anthem of the Republic of Ghana being played over there, and he would walk into the chamber quite shortly. He also highlighted the challenges faced by the economy. This is a report for 2025. So he was sworn into office on January 7. So by January 7, 2026 is 1 year. So between January and February, you should be preparing to give us an account of the state of the nation after 1 year. So every year you will do. Every year you will do. And this is his second state of the nation as he arrived. And that picture is in your shot right now. And John Mahama also indicated that the economy was in crisis, saddled with a lot of debt, high inflation. Inflation na edu meposo. Inflation afro mepo. It was around 50 something and it was brought down to 23, and he can gratefully say it's around 3.8%. Okay, he wants us to build strong economy. That requires every strong economy requires strong citizens. So we citizens, we have to be strong, do business for the nation, for the nation or the economy to be very, very resilient or strong. He indicated that Ghana is back. Ghana is working. Ghana is open for business. These are the words from His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, and he has indicated that his government has chosen discipline over waste. They spend, but they spend with discipline in mind. They don't spend recklessly like the previous government. They spend with discipline in mind. He says the Resetting Ghana and Reset Accra agenda is really, really working. So you have to fasten your seat belt. And he started and ended with fasten your seat belt, because we are restoring hope by we're about to fly much higher. So he says fasten your seat belt. He indicated that 19th December 2025, 19th December, not 2025, 19th December 2022 will go down as one of the darkest days in Ghana's economic history. And that was the date placed aside for the debt restructuring. Ghana said we can't pay our debts. We can't pay our debt any longer. So we have to restructure our domestic and international debts. And he mentioned it that 19th December 2022. Why do I keep saying 2022. So 2022, under the tenure of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, that very date, 19th December, will go down in history as Ghana's darkest day in Ghana's economic management. He says our nation is on the runway. We are on the runway. We are about to take flight, a very huge flight up in the sky. Our economy has grown significantly. He says the economy has actually grown very, very well. And they have returned the economy for more confidence. We have more confidence in the economy now. Ghana's economy have actually been seen as confident, not just locally but internationally. He mentioned about 3 economic institutions that have rated Ghana's economy very, very high. He's been able to pay a lot of debts. Debt payment has been one of his things within the 2025 or the 1 year under which he is reporting. He says the government he leads, they have borrowed less but spent more responsibly and with discipline. And now they have created the space for private business to breathe again, because several jobs collapsed before he took office. Now he's been able to open up the space for private business to breathe or to grow again. And he says public debt fell by some 82.1 billion Ghana cedis.
I'm pleased to announce that as of December 31st, 2025, government has fully repaid and restored the entire 500 million World Bank guarantee, including interest. This has reinstated the facility in full and reaffirmed Ghana's standing as a credible and reliable partner on the global stage. Mr. Speaker, I can also announce that we are paying for every gas we are consuming today. In addition, between January and December 2025, through carefully coordinated policy actions, the government settled all outstanding gas invoices that were owed to ENI and Vitol, amounting to approximately $500 million. And so Ghana is now fully up to date with its gas consumption obligations to the Sankofa partners. And I'm pleased to announce that the 2026 budget has made adequate provision to ensure timely payments for all liquid natural gas that we consume going forward. Mr. Speaker, to ensure equity and fairness, the government has also held constructive engagements with Tallow Oil and the Jubilee Field partners, and we've reached a comprehensive roadmap to guarantee full payment for all gas that is consumed. This approach supports reliable nationwide electricity generation and accelerates industrial growth. Engagement with upstream partners has resulted in increased gas production, guided by a clear national vision to rapidly scale up domestic gas supply and reduce reliance on expensive liquid fuels.
That's John Dramani Mahama over there, and he is indicating debts being paid. He pays the debt. Hey, John Mahama, more than Jesus Christ. He pays the debt. Akufo-Addo's debt, John Mahama pays it. Somebody will say every government leaves assets and liabilities. So when you come, you take assets and you take liabilities. All right, so John Dramani Mahama over there indicating that Ghana's credibility is restored and Ghana is rising. And he took some inflation from some 23%, and now it is 3.8%. And petrol was selling when he took office some 15 Ghana cedis per liter, 15.20 Ghana cedis per liter. Now it's hovering around 10.70, 10 cedis, 70 pesos. It's at a point in time in 2025, it even went down below 10. John Mahama said it. It is not me saying it, please. John Dramani Mahama. If you drive in this country or you buy fuel, you would get it. You understand? And diesel was around 15.40. That's 15 cedis, 40 pesos. And now, as we speak, it's around 11.30. That's 11 cedis, 30 pesos. And the exchange rate, at a point, he took a jab at Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. He said, we did not arrest the dollar. Some people came in and said, we have arrested the dollar. We have arrested the dollar. Watch this.
part of hardship in Ghanaian households. We made currency stability a priority, and Mr. Speaker, we have delivered. Mr. Speaker, we did not arrest the dollar. We strengthened the CD to put up a good fight against the other currencies. Mr. Speaker, we did not arrest the dollar. We strengthened the CD to put up a good fight against the other currencies. And I'm pleased to report to this House that the CD appreciated by 40.7% against the US dollar and by 30.9% against the British pound and by 24% against the euro. Mr. Speaker, Ghana's economic turnaround is broad-based and comprehensive. All sectors of the Ghanaian economy have witnessed remarkable improvement in our first year in office. And most importantly, Ghana's economy has surpassed the 100 billion mark for the first time. And as I said, it is projected to place Ghana among the top 10 largest economies in Africa. Mr. Speaker, our reserves currently stand at $13.8 billion from $8.9 billion at the end of 2024. This covers 5.7 months.
Hi there. What number is this? 3, right? All right. It's time for NSG News. Welcome. My name is Kofi Asante Mensah. And here at NSG News, you'll get serious documentary to watch, news, reviews, views, and what have you. Because we have Pulse of the Week and also exclusive on the hot seat. On NSG News, we say news with integrity.
A whole new beginning. Get used to it. I have stepped into my new beginning. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday of darkness is gone. A whole new beginning. Yeah, 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 yeah. Get used to it. I've stepped into my new level. See me watching me flying on eagle's wing. A whole new beginning. Step into my new beginning. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday of darkness is gone. A whole new beginning. Yeah, 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 yeah. Get used to it. I've stepped into my new level. See me watching me flying on eagle's wing. A whole new beginning.
Hi there. What number is this? 3, right? All right. It's time for NSG News. Welcome. My name is Kofi Asante Mensah. And here at NSG News, you'll get serious documentary to watch, news, reviews, views, and what have you. Because we have Pulse of the Week and also exclusive on the hot seat. On NSG News, we say news with integrity. Hi there. Right there. Thank you very much. Sorry for that. We had a little bit of technical challenge over there, but we're safe now. Thank you very much and welcome back. This is Pulse of the Week with your man, Kofi Asante Mensah. And we're still taking a good review of the State of the Nation's address as read by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana. And he indicated the Reserves Gold Board is making for the country and thanked the August House for accepting or passing the Ghana Accelerated policy. And he also spoke about the abolishment of some nuisance taxes like the e-levy, the betting tax, and what have you.
We abolished nuisance taxes that were levied on Ghanaians between 2017 and 2024. These included the e-levy, the betting tax, the emission tax, the COVID levy, and so forth. Mr. Speaker, we have reformed VAT comprehensively. One, by abolishing the 1% COVID-19 levy, decoupling Get Fund and NHIL from VAT, reducing the effective VAT rate from 21.9% to 20%, raising the VAT threshold to 750,000 Ghana cedis to exclude petty businesses, and extending zero rating on textiles up to 2028. Mr. Speaker, these fiscal reforms have effectively put 6 billion Ghana cedis back into the pockets of Ghanaians. Interest rates have fallen from above 30% to currently between 18 and 20%, freeing up credits for businesses and households.
John Dramani Mahama over there, and he also indicated clearly that 1 million Ghanaians have found jobs. President John Mahama, 1 million Ghanaians, eh? Okay, that's what he said. And he spoke about the 24-hour economy and reason why the authority, the 24-hour authority bill has been passed, and he has signed it into law. So we have the 24-hour economy authority law, and he was happy to Parliament, and he's reporting back to Parliament about that very move. And we have moved from planning to action with respect to the 24-hour, their flagship program, the 24-hour economy. They have moved from planning to action. So now it is time for doing. Talk, not do. It's time for doing. That's what John Dramani Mahama says. He says all is set for take off. He also mentioned that the 24-hour economy is the boldest economic transformation. Now let's talk about cocoa, because he indicated he took some painful, very, very painful decisions, very tough and painful decisions by way of the cocoa sector. It says that they are going through a lot of reforms. Government will lead a total transformation reforms or reset. Let me use that word. Reset the cocoa sector led by Dr. Randy Abe. It says reducing cocoa prices was difficult, but I had to take the decision. That's what he indicated. The failure to cocoa prices would have meant to borrow. If we want to maintain the cocoa prices, it simply meant that we would have gone ahead to borrow some money. But I want to listen to the president and come back to respectfully disagree with the president of the Republic in this regard. Please watch John Dramani Mahama with respect to cocoa. And amazingly, I'll tell you this after we watch the president, what the minority did with cocoa today.
The last week, we have had to take the painful but necessary decision to revise the producer price of cocoa to achieve competitive pricing and resolve the acute liquidity challenges in the sector. Mr. Speaker, failure to do this as others did and left a debt of 32 billion for this government to pay. Failure to do this would have meant borrowing billions in borrowed funds. Mr. Speaker, this unplanned expenditure would have taken us right back to the very devastating economic problem we have only recently begun to escape. So, Mr. Speaker, while fully understanding the concerns and protests of our farmers, I can firmly assure them that the reforms announced by government will see a total transformation of the cocoa sector. And it will guarantee them a fair and transparent price that enables them to meet the cost of producing the commodity and making decent margins. Mr. Speaker, the difference between economic hardship and avoiding the same is the exercise of sound economic judgment. And I'm determined to take decisions that ensure our collective well-being and avoid the suffering of all our citizens. These are difficult decisions to take, but Mr. Speaker, I had to take them.
So, very difficult decisions to take, but very important. He has to take them. Very, very key. But before I go to the energy sector, I want you to watch the minority, even before John Dramani Mahama will begin to address the state by way of State of the Nation's address. They sang and showed cocoa to His Excellency the President and the people of Ghana. Because we're talking about cocoa, watch this.
Honorable members, please.
And that honor. Yankan Johnson Betiso. John Dramani Mahama. You know, Govi put the minorities part in it. The majority part, they were wearing white. That's nice. But the black with a kente woven this thing. What's the name? It's so nice. That's the point. It was so nice. Look at this. Look at this. Put it on the screen. Let me put it on the screen. This is solid. This is solid. Oh, and it blended so well with their cocoa in their hand. No. Put it on the screen. Don't show my face. Put it on the screen. This is solid. Very, very solid. And I want to laud the New Patriotic Party in this very well. This is so thoughtful, and it did very well. Yes. Wow. Very awesome. Let's talk about energy right now, because John Dramani Mahama in the State of the Nation's address clearly indicates to Ghanaians that he's like Jesus Christ, the second coming of Jesus Christ. You know, it's going to be very sweet, because John Mahama's second coming looks like it's getting sweet and sweet and sweet and sweeter every time, because he's paid all the debt, like Jesus Christ. He has paid all the debt, the energy debt, and we're some 80 million Ghana cedis of unpaid gas we have used. He has paid everything. Government to lay before Parliament a proposal to legislate sole source, and also a subject for John Dramani Mahama relating to the energy sector. And he has paid everything. Government paying every gas consumed today. So every gas we are consuming today, we are more to her. We are paying it. Listen from the horse's own mouth.
On the global stage, Mr. Speaker, I can also announce that we are paying for every gas we are consuming today. In addition, between January and December 2025, through carefully coordinated policy actions, the government settled all outstanding gas invoices that were owed to ENI and Vitol, amounting to approximately $500 million. And so Ghana is now fully up to date with its gas consumption obligations to the Sankofa partners. And I'm pleased to announce that the 2026 budget has made adequate provision to ensure timely payments for all liquid natural gas that we consume going forward. Mr. Speaker, to ensure equity and fairness, the government has also held constructive engagements with Tallow Oil and the Jubilee Field partners, and we've reached a comprehensive roadmap to guarantee full payment for all gas that is consumed. This approach supports reliable nationwide electricity generation and accelerates industrial growth. Engagement with upstream partners has resulted in increased gas production, guided by a clear national vision to rapidly scale up domestic gas supply and reduce reliance on expensive liquid fuels. Mr. Speaker, beyond clearing inherited arrears, a robust framework has also been established.
All right. John Dramani Mahama over there. As part of the energy sector discussion at the State of the Nation's address, John Mahama, we're na. John Mahama, yenya udeni, uye bwe. Esa na MPP for akoma ye won ya. Mr. John Mahama, yenya udeni, uye bwe. But the 1 million jobs, well, I don't believe it. Ghana Statistical Service, we want evidence of what you made John Mahama to say today, that within 9 months, 10 months, or even 11 months that he took office, before he would appoint ministers and ministers being vetted, etc. John Mahama, within 1 year, let's just say 1 year, he has employed over 1 million Ghanaians. That's a big, fat lie. Excuse my French. Mr. President, the Ghana Statistical Service, JSS, they are misleading you, Mr. President, with all due respect. Sure. You track 2 years and 3 years, you created 1 million jobs. You come 9 months, 10 months, you have created 1 million jobs. It's a big fat lie. And with the cocoa and the gold sector, John, you have to do something about the cocoa. The cocoa, don't let it lie down like that. Listen, Global Info Analytics, they have a desk. They have done a research or polls on the cocoa thing. They are indicating that most cocoa farmers are okay with the reduction. But I can tell you for a fact that several of them are unhappy. It is good. Otokuno and the rest are going down to further explain to the cocoa farmers. It's good. But you can come to me and talk and talk and talk. You don't know what is in my mind. That's the point. Please, John Mahama, His Excellency, the debt payer, like Jesus Christ, you pay the debt. Please, do something about the cocoa stuff. He says we have to monitor the cash waterfall mechanism. That's still by way of energy sector, by way of the SONA, State of the Nation's address. He says high cost of power. I played for you the meter or the metering problem we have currently on our hand, because you buy credit and it goes like Usain Bolt, like the thing speeds like something. It goes faster than Usain Bolt. Your credit will go faster than Usain Bolt. No. If you are running a cold store, if you're running a barbering salon or a hairdressing salon, if you're running a shop like Mokola shop, and you need to refrigerate stuffs, and you need to put on a fan and the light and what have you, you understand what I'm saying? So he's saying high cost of power. They are doing something about it. They have renegotiated the agreement, some agreements with some power purchasing agreement deals with those which are there currently. They have renegotiated it, and it will be coming into Parliament for ratification. That's very important. He also spoke about rural electrification, and they are making a lot of strides over there. Or say the light in Konkrase, the light in the Konkrase, the rural baby, the light in Konkrase, very important. So rural electrification, one of the key things he mentioned over there. So we are committed to ensuring that every Ghanaian has access to electricity, and that's what I said in Chi over there. Every Ghanaian, we are sending the electricity to rural areas, and I think in the sub-region, if not in Africa, Ghana, we have quite a huge percentage. I'll check for you by way of electricity accessibility. We have gone very, very high, far be above 80% electricity accessibility into rural communities. Very important. He said some 35 mini grids are being constructed to secure or to be sent to some island communities in the OT region. So if you're watching me and you are all the way in the Volta region or the OT region, please, you have to put a smile on your face, because pretty soon some mini grids will be brought to your area, and your communities, island communities, would enjoy some electricity. He also spoke about solar system. Solar system, very, very important, and there is some investment being made by some banks, especially the Africa Development Bank. The Africa Development Bank has committed some amount of $100 million to build solar mini grids, and this is going to help us to send power to small communities. This is part of the State of the Nation's address. So John Dramani Mahama, he also indicated that Tor Tema oil refinery is back. For me, it's a very good news. So let's don't just come back, but come back, make money, and develop. Let the tour industry, Kwame Nkrumah's tour, Valco, and the rest, let it grow. Let us grow very, very hugely. He also spoke about agriculture, Feed Ghana program. He spoke about the Feed Ghana program, then home gardens, where at your home you would have a small garden. Like here at NSG, we have an okra farm over here. We have small farms here and there. In Koko, in Kitinkiti. He spoke about in Koko and Kitinkiti, and he indicated some 13,000 farmers in 12 districts benefited from Nkoko in Kitinkiti at the pilot stage. And food inflation, he indicated, has virtually declined. Food inflation has virtually declined, and he says major irrigation projects are also underway, and they are rehabilitating some of the irrigation projects in the country to help us do year all-round farming. From Plains farmers, please, you are going to get, in 2 weeks, John Dramani Mahama will come there to come and cut sod for what he called Farmers Service Center. It's like a mechanization center, first of its kind at Afram Plains. So Afram Plains, please get ready. As part of the State of the Nation's address, John Mahama has indicated that he's coming in 2 weeks to come and cut sod for the development or establishment of the Farmers Service Center. at Afram Plains. And government is linking farmers to agro and industrial investment to stabilize prices. So agricultural, industrial investment, they are linking industries to agriculture produce, so that the prices could stabilize. And that is what he's been saying. We want to hear from the president pretty shortly, president on agriculture and what he said about agriculture, and we'll be listening to him very shortly. From agriculture, I would want to also move to education, and he indicated that whatever they have said by way of their manifesto, he is indicating clearly that they have almost finished doing all the pledges and the promises they made in their manifesto, like no fees stress. No fees stress. Over 22,000 students have benefited already. No fee stress. First year, aside free SHS now, no fee stress. University for first year, we paid for you. They have paid it. They have honored their promise, and and lawyers or law students, those who are aspiring to be lawyers, they say you can also be part of the law, the loans, the student loans fund. So lawyers can, previously you couldn't go to access the student loan fund, but now he has made it accessible to students who want to study law, who can also go to the student loans fund and go and get some money over there. I think some of the videos are ready now. Let's watch John Dramani Mahama by way of education and the agri sector. Whichever is ready, let's have it right now.
Mr. Speaker, this ministry, the Ministry of Roads, has received cabinet approval to reintroduce road tolls on our roads and our bridges. Mr. Speaker, this time using advanced technology to improve efficiency, transparency, and avoid leakages in revenue generation. Preparatory work is underway to ensure the reintroduction of tolling operations this year. Mr. Speaker, there is no doubt that an effective and efficient transport system is integral to any economic development plan. So to improve public transport services in the country, government is supporting Intercity SCC Coaches Limited, Metro Mass Transit Limited, and the private road transport operators to renew their fleets. Currently, a total of 300 buses have been procured to improve road transport. The initial batch of 100 buses is scheduled to arrive in the country by the end of the first quarter of this year. Mr. Speaker, in fulfillment of...
Right, so just John Dramani Mahama over there. And I would want to still continue with some more education. And he says we are reviewing the curriculum, the basic education curriculum. They are going to include AI at an appreciable age or an advised age. The children will start learning about AI. High technology, the world is moving. It is not waiting for Ghana. The world is far gone. Children at China, Russia, Japan, US, they are developing robots. All right? So we have to we have to catch up. We have to catch up with top speed. That's the point. So it is very good and so important. Let's have the curriculum reviewed and have some of these things inserted into those curriculums. School Under Trees is going to build several units of classroom blocks from SHS 200 primary to take the schools under trees. So he's done some before, the E-blocks in his first tenure of office. He's done some before. So this is what he's doing, is going to. And he's paid capitation grant. There is no arrears. I said his second coming is like Jesus Christ. He pays all the debt. John Mahama, he pays all the debt. Hey! Then the WAEC debt has also been cleared. Ghana is not owing WAEC. John Mahama, he has paid the debt. They have procured a lot of free sanitary pads for distribution, and the feeding grants for special schools. Very, very important. Yet the feeding grants, EDICO, special schools. We are doing that. And there's going to be a construction of a special, ultra-modern, special needs school. All the way in Ho, there's going to be a construction of an ultra-modern special needs school in Ho. So my people in the Volta region, please get ready, because John Dramani Mahama is coming up with a construction of special needs school, ultra-modern special needs school in Ho. Please get ready. Government to construct 6 new regional TVET centers. So technical, that's what Kofi you played early on. He's going to ensure that we have 6 new regional TVET centers. Also, 3 new technical universities. Technical universities, the children who would want to learn stuffs relating to technical, they would have additional 3 new universities by John Dramani Mahama. He indicates that some 15,000 housing units would also be made available for teachers. He had a name for it in Tree, but I've forgotten. But the key thing is that, well, about 15,000 housing units going to be made prepared for teachers. So teachers, you have to be proud of yourself. About 30 category B schools would also be upgraded to category A, please. Let's talk about health right now. Apomoding Health. John Mahama still reviewing his State of the Nation's address today. He says some total health financing stands at 34.7 billion Ghana cedis. A car, of course, to take care of our health sector. We have 34.7 billion Ghana cedis. And NHIS, the National Health Insurance Scheme, it's doing wonders, because the enrollment has basically gone from 57% now to 66%. And they are doing very well with respect to the NHIS. He also had a plea. He begged doctors and nurses in this country, especially doctors, who do not want to go to some villages. There's a name for it. Underserved areas. Yes, underserved areas. They don't want to go to Esikuma or Dobembrakwa, Bumpurgu Yo-Yo. They don't want to go to underserved communities, very local, remote areas. They don't want to go there. He is pleading with you, please go. He is going to ensure that you would stay there and live comfortably. You would have internet, you have power, you have good roads as well, because he said all the country, every part of the country is going to be turned into construction sites. When I get to roads, you would get that bit. And he says about 13,500 nurses and midwives have been absorbed into the public payroll. So as we speak, by way of update from 2025, 13,500 nurses for and midwives for and Ghana payroll 13,500. That's good. But he indicated the government will add more nurses to the public payroll. Please, the nurses are there, they are demonstrating, they don't have jobs, some are home, etc. Please enroll them. John, do well, enroll them. That's by way of health. Still on health, government to construct Oti Savannah. Please listen to the region's name. Oti Savannah and Western North regional hospitals. And there is going to be some upgrade of some hospital, like the police hospital. You be upgrading, like a Rich Hospital Phase 2. You be upgrading. He also indicated clearly that the no bed syndrome, that evil called no bed, in new better and show. Kofi Nakowu, that no bed syndrome should be a thing of the past. And with Mahama Care, there would be free primary health care for everyone, and it's going to be rolled out pretty shortly, and what have you. No patient must be turned on emergencies. Please find a way to help them. Now let's talk about roads. Let's talk about roads. Aquine, because the Dodowa Road, I am right here at Amahia. Yes, the Dodowa Road. He mentioned it, and a couple of other roads. He says some 50 major road constructions or road projects, they are ongoing, and they are making a lot of strides steadily. About 73 projects are advancing across all 16 regions. The whole of Ghana will become construction site. Of course, we have seen, at least we are here, we can see some constructions being done. And the Kumasi Accra Expressway, about 3 or 4 lanes right, 3 or 4 lanes left, it will be done. All right. And he is indicating that this is because they want to beat up the time, the bad roads, the trafficked roads from Accra to Kumasi, so we can ensure efficiency. Travel time less, efficiency high. That's John Dramani Mahama's State of the Nation's address. He indicated clearly that we aim to complete all segments of the Eastern Corridor roads construction by 2027. So Eastern Corridor, Volta region to OT and those areas, please get ready, because by 2027, next year, all the segments will be completed. Let's talk about transport. He is making a bold announcement of a new national airline. Where is the Ghana Airways? Ghana Airways. He says there's a new national airline coming, and he added inshallah to it. And I said, hey, John Muhammad and Yabre. All right, so that is an upgrade also of the Accra Terminal 3. The Terminal 3, it remains the best in Africa. The Accra Terminal 3 remains the best in Africa. Of course, the Terminal 3 is good and looks so. And Terminal 3 to be supported by 7-story car park. John Mahama is saying they are going to build a 7-story car park to help Terminal 3. He indicated clearly that the name Kotoka International Airport, it is not renamed. We are restoring the name, reset. We are resetting the name to its former glory. It was formerly called before Kotoka, and his people came to change the thing. Let me say Kotoka's people, because Kotoka was demised by then. So Kotoka's people came to change the thing. It was Accra International Airport. So we are resetting clearly. That's what John Dramani Mahama is saying. Terminal 2 to be remodeled for both local and international flights. So there's going to be refurbishment and remodeling of Terminal 2 for local and international flights. And clearly, that's by way of transport. Still on transport, he indicated that port is running 24/7. So it is bringing the burden down at port. This is NSG News Pulse of the Week. We are reviewing the State of the Nation's address by John Dramani Mahama. He spoke about communication, reason why we should retool the communication sector for people to be able to have network on their phones, be able to access internet and be efficient at work. He spoke about all of that. He indicated something about corruption. If don't you have the corruption video, please check. Corruption. He spoke about corruption fight. He says EOCO, that's EOCO, they have 462 cases and 15 of them are under prosecution. President, that's quite little.
The Driver and
indicated
Vehicle
the wheels of
Licensing
justice grind
Authority,
slowly.
as part of its expansion efforts, has established a new operational office at Adenta Bus Terminal in Accra. If you need any service in the night from DVLA, go to Adenta. There's an office open there day and night. Mr. Speaker, this modern facility operates around the clock, providing continuous service to improve accessibility and convenience for our motorists in Adenta municipality and the whole general Accra area. Mr. Speaker, communications is important, and under the Rural Telephony and Digital Inclusion Project, implemented through the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communications, GIFEC, we extend voice and data connectivity to unserved and underserved communities. We've targeted the construction of 2,016 cell sites all over underserved and served communities. 1,561 of these 2,016 cell sites have been constructed, and of this number, 1,144 have been activated. Work is ongoing to activate the remaining 417 sites. Preparations are also well underway to commence construction amounting to approximately $500 million. And so Ghana is now fully up to date with its gas consumption obligations to the Sankofa partners. And I'm pleased to announce that the 2026 budget has made adequate provision to ensure timely payments for all liquid natural gas that we consume going forward. Mr. Speaker, to ensure equity and fairness, the government has also held constructive engagements with Tallow Oil and the Jubilee Field partners, and we've reached a comprehensive roadmap to guarantee full payment for all gas that is consumed. This approach supports reliable nationwide electricity generation and accelerates industrial growth. Engagement with upstream partners has resulted in increased gas production, guided by a clear national vision to rapidly scale up domestic gas supply and reduce reliance on expensive liquid fuels. Mr. Speaker, beyond clearing inherited arrears, a robust framework has also been established to strengthen monitor implementation of the cash waterfall mechanism. Another major milestone was the operationalization of the EC.
Right, so John Dramani Mahama over there. But Mr. President, you said Yoko, they have 462 cases, and 15 of them are basically under prosecution. Okay, the wheels of justice grinds slowly. This one there, I think, is grinding too slowly. 15. But the good news is that the EOCO, that Yoko, they've been able to make some 600 million cedis. They have recovered 600 million cedis in 2025. He spoke about the code of conduct or public officers, code of conduct for public officers, and he says he will ensure your mama also ensure say share the public officers, you know, they would go strictly according to the code of ethics or the code of conduct. He sought to thank the Chief Justice Bafuboni and indicated a special thanks to him for making additional special high courts for criminality or corruption and Galamsey related cases. So he thanked him so much. And talking about Galamsey illegal mining, he said prosecution has basically intensified. 114 cases or dockets pending in courts. So that is in line. They want to catch the big fishes. Mr. President, some DCEs and MPs and some appointees of your government, we have come here to play for you the Hotline documentary prepared by Joy News and Multimedia, and which basically fingered some DCEs Amansia West, thereabout, we have heard nothing. So it is not only NPP, Galamsey campaigns that you arrest, like one to me. Please, let the sword cut left and right. On gender and social protection, the president indicates vehemently that the Women's Development Bank, which would have some 401 million Ghana cedis, 401 million as deposited. It's coming. It will be rolled out pretty shortly, around next month. So, hey, Madam Ruth Makola, please get ready. The Women's Bank is coming. School feeding also have basically increased. He spoke about security, the security architecture of our country. We are being threatened by so many security factors. He cited an example with the Burkina Faso incident, the Total incident, and southern Burkina, and commended the Ghana Armed Forces for giving medical reparation to the victims, and also consoled the 8 who died, families of the 8 who died, and also commended the Navy and the MP4 Ewutu Senya for the pirate attack I showed you early on from the beginning of this broadcast, and also thanked the Navy and the Ghana Armed Forces for the river guards, and indicated that some military personnel have been sent all the way to Jamaica, and they have been requested that they stay there because of Hurricane Melissa. Hurricane Melissa devastated some parts of Jamaica, and some Ghanaians, by way of solidarity, were sent, some Ghanaian soldiers, I must say, were sent to Jamaica, and President John Mahama indicated to Ghanaians that from the request of the President of Jamaica, they have requested for some 90 more days for our people to stay there, soldiers to stay there, and he has granted it. He indicated the retooling of the Navy, the military, and what have you. And he indicated 2 new barracks. Yebesi barracks mienu, 2 new barracks at Jumakon and Dambai. So Dambai, get ready. Jumakon, you are going to get some barracks. And the people who died, the young ladies who also died at the various centers. This week, I heard one from Kumasi was flown from Kumasi by the GAF, Ghana Armed Forces, to 37 Military Hospital, and they brought them the person here to be treated. That is by way of the military recruitment stampede that happened, and within last year. 6 people died here in Accra, and basically he also consoled families of those who died. And he indicated and said a very big thank you to the IGP, that his men are also doing very well. They should keep up the good work. That's the State of the Nation's address, and he's talking security. John Dramani Mahama, he says trust in Ghana Police Service is rising again, and that's good. We must sustain relatives and relations with sister AES states. We have to, and he lauded his achievements at the AU. He's now the AU Vice Chair, the African Union Vice Chair. And by 2027, he would be the rotational, when the rotational chairmanship for AU gets to West Africa. The West Africa, the Economic Organization for West Africa, African States, ECOWAS, they have basically unanimously or unopposedly given him the nod to lead as the West Africa nominee for ECOWAS chairmanship. So currently, he is the vice chair for that's ECOWAS, AU. So by 2027, then he will take the full mandate. That's John Dramani Mahama. He indicated that at his address at the 80th anniversary of the UN, he made a passionate request of which they would follow up with some policy guidelines into the United Nations relating to the slavery and those things. He made that point very strongly. He indicated relating to passport and foreign affairs issues that 7 new passport offices have been built in addition to what we have currently. So currently all the regions, 16 regions, we have passport centers or offices over there. And when you make an application, in some 15 days you would receive your passport. If you make an application for a visa, in 5 days you would receive that approval for a visa. And there are some agreements signed by way of visa free or some waivers they've signed. About 11 countries. Ghana, we've gone into agreement with those countries. You just have to pick your bag and just fly. For example, South Africa. For example, Zambia. He just left Zambia. We've signed that agreement with Zambia as well. So 11 countries we've signed with them. And I'll show you this video. The remittances, which have basically reached a record high, and now it's around 7.8 billion cedis in 2025. So foreign remittances gone very, very high. And he says he supports the bipartisan dual citizenship bill before Parliament. He can't wait. Those who are bringing us more money to build ourselves, that they won't send me kakra, that they will broche, they are bringing the money to Ghana. But when they want to come and serve by way of member of Parliament, by way of what? President, by way of any public office, we don't want to give in. Please, we have to review that part of the Constitution. But he says he's very ready. There's a bill before Parliament. When it comes, he's ready to sign it into law. Watch this video. When I return, we'll talk about youth. Then we are wrapping up for today.
To highlight Ghana's ongoing commitments to international solidarity, donations to Jamaica, Cuba, Sudan, and Palestine to support disaster relief and conflict-related crises. These donations amounted to millions of cedis and include medicine, clothing, cocoa products, blankets, and mattresses, and plastic buckets. I'm also pleased to report that remittances from our relatives abroad, the Ghanaian diaspora, a historic high of $7.8 billion in 2025. Mr. Speaker, this is the largest annual inflow ever recorded in Ghana's history. This reflects not only confidence in the economy, but the enduring patriotism of our citizens living and working abroad. Mr. Speaker, these remittances they bring back home support households, they finance education, they provide seed money for businesses, and best of all, they stabilize our foreign exchange position. In many respects, our diaspora has become one of the most reliable development partners. Without contracts, conditionalities, or fanfare, they are easily one of our most reliable development partners. We must intentionally ensure that citizenship and place of residence determines one's right to serve the Ghanaian Republic. Ghanaians well.
So that's John Dramani Mahama over the youth policies, and he indicated policy to increase youth capacity on the high. 10,000 national service personnel. You'll be going to military training. So you to now pay military akono. Oh yeah, national service personnel, please. About 10,000 of you will go for military training. Between 10,000 to 100,000 national apprenticeship program. It has increased from 10,000 to 100,000. 3 new government factories to be established in Eastern region, Central region, and also Bronx North Bronx, Hafo, Bono East regions. NIMOS will continue operations in 21 identified hotspots, very, very key by way of fighting against galamsey. And there is going to be an oxygen housing project where 1,000 housing units will be provided. TDC is advancing work on 800 housing units. If all this housing unit comes to stream, it will be very good. Sea defense project is going on at where the sea is disrupting the earth or the borders of the land, and they are doing some sea defense. He pointed clearly to all members of parliament that you are receiving more money. You are receiving more money by way of local government. We are sending you common fund. You are receiving more money. I remember a time, about 3 years, 2.5 years, 1 year, common fund has not come. I have friends in there, both sides. It doesn't come. John Mahama says he's paying the money. After John Markin, he pointed, we are paying you. We are paying you. All right, so let's talk about tourism. Then we are done for this evening. Clearly, John Dramani Mahama is retooling the tourism sector. And obviously, he has given the Kume wood, the Gali wood, and he said all the wood. He's giving us some 20 million Ghana cedars for the film sector, and other sectors also 20 million. He's looking at retooling the media, especially the Media Development Fund and the state media. Journalist attack, he frowns upon it. He's asking security people to talk to their personnel. Very, very important. And then he says the state of the nation is resilient and renewing. President John Dramani Mahama. Watch this one on the film one.
Our tourism and creative arts sector has a lot to offer. Creatives using the new media are giving our nation greater prominence than we could have achieved through any first-class traditional media outlet. Our economy will not be built only by traditional sectors, but also by human creativity sectors that will absorb those people who will be displaced from the shop floor by the new AI technologies that are being rolled out. Ghana has become a favorite tourist destination because of our history, culture, our arts, our music, our fashion, and our food. Government has allocated 20 million Ghana cedis to the film sector alone. This is going to the film sector to support Kuma wood and Gali wood and all woods. Mr. Speaker, another 20 million cedis has been given for the other creative sectors. I believe that this injection of money will bolster our creative sectors. Mr. Speaker, I wish to assure the creative industry and the Ministry of Tourism that I'll be your personal ambassador for the promotion of tourism and the creative sector. Mr. Speaker, in line with our new national effort to bring events and conferences to Ghana, take the refurbishment of the Accra International Conference Center to restore it to its iconic past as the country's national and international events and conference venue. The original contractors of the center, Enego Project Ghana Limited, have conducted a structural integrity assessment at the request of the Office of Chief of Staff and made recommendations for the facility renovation and refurbishment. They will commence this work in the next few weeks. But, Mr. Speaker, the AICC is not enough for a country seeking to develop its creative sector and become West Africa's destination for meetings, conferences, musical concerts, and entertainment. So, working with the private sector, we will commence this year on a befitting convention and creative event center to position Ghana as West Africa's leading hub for meetings, incentives, conferences, exhibitions, and creative events. Ghana will also begin this year the renovation of the State Banquet Hall, which has been closed for a couple of years. Mr. Speaker, this year we will strengthen Ghana's standing in the major global sporting events. We will make our 5th FIFA World Cup appearance. And for us, this is an opportunity to boost national branding, the economy, beyond just sports. Mr. Speaker,
right. Clearly, John Dramani Mahama over there, and the Kuma Wood, the Galley Wood, and the musicians, media, please, let's do something. If John Mahama, Atamels did the media fund 10 million and gave Obo, Ghana Music 10 million. Says Kano, what the Chinchewe will come and warrior. After money, the GJ president. Then, June 4, we says Kabi Ba. I'm the Chinchewe will come her. And let Lewin and the Kumawood people know that this money is for them to build up the Kumawood again. I was happy when I heard about AICC, Accra International Conference Center, and you see, we have heard all the talk, but like I used to say, a hungry stomach has no ears. I say it again. A hungry stomach has no ears. That is our show for today. Thank you very much. My name is Kofi Asante Mensah. A pleasure serving you this evening here on Pulse of the Week on NSG News. Thank you very much, and we'll meet again. Have a blessed evening.
Go back now. It's a new beginning. Yesterday it's gone. Thank God it's too late. Said it's too late to go back now. It's a new beginning. Yesterday it's gone. Whole new beginning. Hey. I'm flying on eagles, playing the games. For the Lord, He is my strength, and the Christ in me glory. Whole new beginning. Hey, for my shame, I have double honor. For pain, always healed, and the eagles for me who dare stand. Said eagles for me who dare stand, yeah. Oh, I know that God's with me who dare stand. And now it's alright, move on now. It's a new beginning. Yesterday is gone, thank God it's alright, alright. Said it's alright, move on now. It's a new beginning. Yesterday it's gone, oh no beginning. And I ain't going back, no. I ain't going back, no. I ain't going back to ignorance no more, no, no, no. Said I ain't going back. I ain't going back. to my new beginning. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday of darkness is gone. A whole new beginning. Yeah, yeah,